Hello, I'm Shuna Hammocks and I own Sussex Trichology. I'm a working mum and I live in Hayward Heath. I first used Harmony at Home in 2006 for my son, also for my younger daughter. I first decided to use Harmony at Home rather than going to a childminder's when I wanted to have help at home with my children in a home environment. Harmony at Home were able to select various candidates that I were able to interview, and I was in charge of every point along the way. My son has particular learning needs, therefore it was most important that I was able to give that to the children, particularly at the time when I was working in London, so the hours were actually quite long. So I wanted the children to feel that the nanny was almost an extension of me and that they were able to feel really quite relaxed, obviously, in their own home. Originally, I heard about Harmony at Home online. I googled a search and they were the largest agency in the area, the most prestigious, the best qualified, most experienced, so it was really quite clear from the start who I wanted to use. Dealing with Harmony at Home is just a joy. They were a complete lifesaver when I initially used the sleep clinic. My son was 4 months old and wasn't sleeping at all, and within a few days he was sleeping all night and we gained our life back again. From the very first contact with one of the office staff that ask you scrupulous questions about exactly what you require and questionnaires and the like, right the way through to the interviewing stage and then the placement, they were really, really supportive, even guiding on the style of contract, etc. So just a very easy and relaxed process, which I've used many times. Several different nannies that we used fitted in perfectly. They absolutely became one of the family. They were either in the background or the foreground exactly as we wanted and came with us to various events. My son was going to school and the nanny was required to drop off and pick up from school, but also having my younger one at home with her. She socialised her a lot, she took her to various clubs. They had a great time. What was quite important for me was that teachers at school were able to talk to the nanny in the way they would to me, so it was completely seamless between the nanny and I. So the nanny was a huge support to me, to be able to notice individual things, for example notice an unusual rash or act appropriately according to possibly take them to the doctors. So it really was quite a support to me working to leave that guilt behind in order to focus on my work, knowing whatever might happen is totally covered. I don't think in the 2 years that I had this one particular nanny I ever had a phone call at work in the day. They just totally took over the job and then quietly stepped down as I came back in the house. To anyone considering using Harmony at Home, I would thoroughly recommend. They will guide you exactly what to ask in an interview, what to expect. They will totally hold your hand all the way through. I think it's important to be really, really honest about what you like and what you don't like, so you can be really, really sure the character match is right, because I think that's crucial. They're all really qualified, they're first aid trained, and that's fine, but I think it's important to find the right character, the right belief system, and certainly the experience in what your particular children need.